Hey folks, this is Jake Davis, and today I would like to break down for you my picks for the top 5 best actors of 2018. This is my 5th of 6 videos covering my favorite movies of 2018. So, if you haven't seen the other 4, please go back and watch them. And if you have, thank you so much for going through this with me. We're almost done. But I have a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoy these videos as well. So let's get into it. Number 5, I would say, is Ian Noel for The First Purge. Now, I hope I've pronounced his name right. And I know that's a bit of a dark horse, and no, that's not racist. If you think so, you're just stupid. Um, uh, this is easily my favorite character in the entire Purge series. He plays King Dimitri, the Lord of Staten Island, and he's just such a cool character. He goes from literally the most dangerous man in the city to, the protector and savior of his people. It's a performance with legitimacy, growth, intelligence, as well as, tenderness and ferocity. He's absolutely terrific in the role. I couldn't speak higher of him. When I first watched, I thought, oh man, he was just so good and such a badass role. And I mean, yeah, it was like kind of a throwback to the kind of badassery of the '80s, or even way back before then, with dudes like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. Number 4, I would say Tom Hardy for Venom. Venom is a movie that I really didn't even care too much about until I actually saw the film. I had a lot of fun watching it, and I gave it the movie 4 stars, and 3 of those 4 stars are for Tom Hardy. I've been a fan of Tom Hardy's before I can even, remember what his name was. Tom Hardy, kind of a generic-ass name. But eventually I started sticking with me. Oh, yeah, it's that guy who was in that one thing. Especially with Inception when he popped up in that. And then he had his magnificent year a few years ago where he had, just to run down for, he had The Revenant, Mad Max, Legend, and The Unappreciated Child 44. Just excellent performances and badass movies, one and all. And here, you get to see him kind of elevate himself to now Tom Hardy's the guy that you'll watch a movie just to see. I mean, I'm a comic book guy. I didn't give a shit about the Venom movie, mainly because I didn't really like the Venom comics when I was a kid, and Venom was nowhere near my favorite Spider-Man villain. So I was, whatever they did with the Venom movie, it was fine, just whatever. I didn't even care if they got it made. And they ended up making a really fun movie, and the reason it works is because Tom Hardy is so charismatic, so funny, and so genuinely badass. And also, it was really great that he played both Brock and Venom. If they would have had a guy do the voice like they did for Upgrade for the monster, I don't think it would have worked as well, even though I really did love Upgrade. But Venom was a super fun movie. Number 3, I'm going to say Jeff Bridges for Bad Times at the El Royale. Jeff Bridges is like this iconic actor, but it seems like between Iron Man and this movie, he played the grizzled cowboy in absolutely everything. And I love Crazy Heart, True Grit, Hell or High Water, but they were all just Wild Bill as far as the performance goes. And he's great in all of them. I love Jeff Bridges, but like I said, it's just weird to see an actor get typecast in his 60s. It's just odd. But in Bad Times El Royale, he throws all that up and he's playing a character again. And you just see it in his eyes. The focus and the care for the performance. It's really a hell of a performance from him. Just to break down real quick for you, he plays a bank robber / con man with Alzheimer's. So he kind of got this constant thing going on where he doesn't seem to really know whether or not what he's saying is bullshit or not. It's just great performance. And a really, really fun, unappreciated movie. Number 2, I would say Rami Malek, or Rami Malek. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. But Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, tell you the truth, I was very tempted to give him number 1, make him my winner. But ultimately what it comes down to is, like I said in my review, he's just not Freddie. He's great in the performance. He's charismatic. Is mesmerizing. You can't look away from him. He's absolutely great in the role. But Freddy was bigger. You know what I mean? Just as big and grandiose and amazing as you are, as presence you put off, you're only doing an impression of the guy. Even though that impression is so good, it deserves my number 2 spot. So my number 1 is Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther. And it may seem obvious to you, but I really didn't want to give it to him. But the reason I really lean in towards, T'Challa this year is because, to me, with all the talk about Michael B. Jordan and with all of the love for the girls all around, I mean, Lupita, Letitia, Danae, they're also amazing in it. It almost got swept over and overlooked whose fucking movie this is. This is Black Panther, and Chadwick Boseman brought it in. He brought it forefront. He was the best thing about Civil War, which was a great movie anyway. And just, Black Panther was great. I gotta give it to Black Panther, and I didn't want to give it to Black Panther, but I have to. For my honorable mentions, I have aplenty. John David Washington, I loved him. I kind of surprised I didn't nominate him, but when it really comes down to it was his fro looked a little fake, and his white voice was just a little too goofy. And but he was energetic, explosive. He was great in the part, and he's going to get lots of love, lots of appreciation, plenty of awards, and all kinds of work out of this performance. And he doesn't need any extra help from me. Jason Momoa, I don't want to say just because he played Aquaman, but yeah, just because he's Aquaman, so deal with it. Chris Hemsworth, if you didn't, he is the main Avenger of the movie, and if you didn't pop or mark out, whatever you want to say, for the scene with him, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot arrive in Wakanda, then really, why are you even watching this Avengers movie if you didn't love that moment? Ehrenreich for Solo, he got nobody, just such an unappreciated performance. Clint Eastwood in The Mule. 6 years as an actor, he's never been so vulnerable and emotional in a role. And Bradley Cooper, again, just another great performance from a great actor, even though I think he's probably going to get nominated for director if he doesn't get nominated for director and actor, but I think he did a much better job in front of the camera for this movie. So it's just, I mean, you could talk all day about these actors. There's so many good actors this year. I'll wrap this up before my phone dies again, because I don't trust my phone still. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got one more left, baby. And it's Best Picture. What were the best movies of 2018? I hope you enjoy. I hope you come back. I hope you just get involved and love everything I do, because I ain't stopping anytime soon. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.